Hello and very fine morning to one and all present here. So children, here we are again to start our English grammar classes again. Okay, so as usual we will see what's the date today. So it is 28th August 2021. Alright, and the day is Friday. Okay, so children, in our last class we had been studying the first lesson of our English grammar, right? So since we had completed that, so today we will be beginning with the second lesson, okay, and that is common and proper naming words. So children, in our next class I had taught you what is a naming word is, right? So what was the definition for it? Like all the naming words are called noun, alright, but here we will study the subdivisions of noun, okay, and what is that? That is common and proper noun, alright. So you have to keep it in your mind, do not just get confused, okay, that common and proper nouns, they are different, okay, and they are what? They are the subdivisions, okay, subdivisions, D-I-V-I-S-O-N-S, they are the subdivisions of what? Of noun, okay, or naming words, alright. We had been studying in the previous lessons that noun is also called the naming words, okay. So here we will be studying about common and proper naming words, alright. So let's begin with it, okay. So children, if you have your book, just look into your book, and that is in page number 4, okay. So in page number 4 it is given here that naming words can be of different type, okay. So as I have already told you that it has got a subdivisions of it, right. So what are the subdivision? That is common and proper noun, okay. So it has the subdivision, and that is common and proper noun. So this is the meaning of this first line, that naming words can be of different types, alright. And now you see some of the examples has been given here, okay. For instance, she likes eating potatoes, okay, and here the word potato has been written with a blue color, okay. So what does it mean? It means that the word written in a blue color signifies something, okay. So we will see later what does it signifies, okay. But for now just look into the examples given here. I write with a pencil, okay. He has lost his watch. So now you see children, here this word pencil and watch has been written with a blue color, okay. And then again this toy is broken, okay. Now words such as potatoes, pencils, watch and toy refers to a things in general. They are called common naming words or common nouns. So now we will see what is a common noun is, okay. What is a common noun is? So C-O-M-M-O-N, common nouns, okay. Common nouns represents the name of those things which is in common, okay. So for example, if I say parents or teachers, okay, it does not it does not signifies any gender, it is in common. If I say teachers, then you cannot point out to a single gender or single person, okay. Teachers, it means something in common, okay. Likewise if I say students, okay, S-T-U-D-E-N-T-S, if I say students or children, C-H-I-L-D-R-E-N. So if I say students or children, you cannot distinguish between them, okay. These two words, they are in common, okay, they are in common. So that is why the words like teachers, students, children's, parents, they are coming under the category of what? Of a common noun, alright. So in your book it has been given in a descriptive form, okay, and we will go through it. Now it is written here, relation of one person to another like mother, son, sister, aunts, okay, comes under what? They comes under common noun, alright. And then again the place has been given like school, park, garden, museum, then animals, horse, monkey, owl, pigeon, mosquitoes, okay. So likewise things we use, things we play with, or the names of fruits and vegetables, means of transportation and parts of a body. Okay, so all these things, they comes into the category of what? they comes under the category of common noun. All right. So anything, okay, anything which represents the parts of your body like head, nose. I will just write it down. Just look into the board, children. It has been written here that parts of body, okay, of parts of body. So what are the things that, what are the parts that comes under it? Okay, so here it has been written that chest, head, nose, and any part of it. All right, then comes the means of transportation. Now if I say the means of transportation, then what do you understand by it? Means of transportation means, children, any means, okay, through which you transport from one place to another. Okay, any means of transportation like for example airplanes, trains or buses, anything which helps you move from one place to another, that is called a means of transportation. Okay, so you see here it has been given that bicycle, car, train, etc., etc., buses and anything. Okay, so they also comes under a common noun because they are the means of transportation. All right, then some more examples has been given here like the names of vegetables or flowers, then things we play like football, bats, keeping things. So as I had already explained you in the last class, right, the name of anything, okay, or the name of any animals or the name of person or place, they all signifies what? They all signifies, and they comes under what? They comes under naming words. And what were the naming words? They were the nouns. Okay, so this noun and common noun, they are very much similar to each other. Okay, but the only thing that you need to keep it in your mind is that under common noun what comes? Those kind of words which does not signify gender and which is in general. Okay, which is in general. You just have to keep it in your mind, the term that something which is in general. Okay, like as I have already written that students, parents, teachers, all these things, they come under a general category. Okay, you cannot distinguish in between. All right, so this is the features of common noun, and then we will see what is a proper noun is. Okay, so here also we will see some of the features, okay, through which you can just identify whether what kind of noun is that. Okay, so you need to look into page number 5. Okay, here in your book, if you have your book, just follow your book. Okay, here it has been written that Deepika is my best friend, my birthday is on Tuesday, then my favorite festival is Pongal, and I live in Mysore. Okay, so children, just focus on the words written with the blue colors. Okay, so here Deepika, Tuesday, Pongal and Mysore refers to specific names. Okay, which means that it is referring to particular names. All right, they are called proper naming words. Now we will see proper naming words. Okay, proper naming words or proper noun. Okay, you should not get confused in between. Do not just be in doubt that what is proper naming word or noun. Okay, these two are the same. All right, proper noun or proper naming words. So children, do not just get confused in between. Okay, these two are the same. And now we will see what are the characteristics, the different characteristics here. Okay, so you see in this chart, okay, here it has been written that days of a week. Okay, number 1 is days of a week. Okay, the number 2 is months of a year, then festivals, then books. Okay, and then short stories, monuments, and then the physical features. Okay, these all things, what happens is that they comes under proper noun. Okay, for example, days of a week like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, so whenever you are writing the days, the name of the days of the week, then what you need to do is that you need to start that word with capital letters. Okay, so this is the basic characteristic of a proper noun. Okay, the utmost and the prime characteristic of a proper noun is, just look into the board, I'll write it down for you. They starts with the first letter. Okay, any word, alright, which is representing the proper noun, that starts with what? The uppercase letter of the English alphabet. Okay, for example, Tuesday, then the months of the year like January, then festival. So any festival, okay, it's not that there is the representation of only this whatever has been given here in the example, Pongal, not only that, okay, any festival, alright, the name of any festival. For example, here it is written that Eid, okay, then comes book. So several examples has been given here like the Jungle Book and the Little Prince, okay. This kind of books, any books, when you write the name of it, what you need to do is that you need to start it with a uppercase letters, okay, of the English alphabet. Then comes the monuments. So now we will see what is the monuments is. Okay, so here it has been written that the Gateway of India, the Red Fort, the Eiffel Tower and the Great Wall of China. Okay, so what is this, children? These are the monuments. Okay, so whenever you are writing the name of this kind of monuments in a sentence, okay, so generally you know that whenever you are starting a sentence, only then the first letter of that word used to be in a uppercase letters, okay, and the rest you used to write it down in the lowercase letter. But here in the case of this proper noun, what happens is that whenever in between there comes the name of the festival or a name of a place, okay, or the name of a particular person, and what is there, the name of a festival or the physical features, when it comes in between the sentence, then you have to start writing that word with a uppercase letter. Okay, so now you will be thinking that in between how will you start with the uppercase letter while writing a sentence. Okay, so you should not get confused here, okay, because whenever any word which is coming under the proper noun, it starts with a capital letter, okay, only the first letter, okay, and the rest will be again in a lowercase letter, but the first one will be in a uppercase letter. So that is why here in the example, in the first example, just you see that Deepika is my best friend and my birthday is on Tuesday. So here the name, okay, the name of any person, it comes under what? It comes under a proper noun. So it has been written with the capital D, okay. Then you see my birthday is on Tuesday. So here the name of the day of the week has also been written in with a blue color and the uppercase letter, okay. Then my favorite festival is Pongal. Then this P could have been written in small letter, but it has been written in what? It has been written in a uppercase letter, okay. And why do you think so? It's because this is under the proper naming words, okay. And as I have told you, you should not get confused between this proper naming words and a proper noun, okay, because they both are the same, alright. So children, this is the basic difference between this common noun and proper noun. So I hope this is very much clear to you, right? So some of the exercises has been given here in your book in page number 5 itself here, okay. So number 1, we will just see, underline the common names of a word and circle the proper naming words in this sentence, okay. One has been done for you. So here what you need to do is that you have to underline the common naming words, that is the common noun, okay. And some of the examples has been given here, some of the, that means what, some of the sentences has been given here, okay. And what you need to do is that you have to identify which comes under which kind of nouns, okay, which comes under which kind of naming words. So any words which comes under this common noun, you have to underline it, okay. You just look into your book, any words which comes under common noun, you have to underline it, and those which comes under proper noun, okay, right now just as I have explained you, any words which comes under this proper naming word, you need to circle it, okay. So one has been done for you and we will see the rest of it, okay. So Number 2, we will begin with number 2, that is Gauri bought a new pair of shoes. So you see children, the name of any person, it comes under what? It comes under proper noun. Okay, so you have to do what? You have to circle this the name of that girl. Okay, and bought a new pair of shoes. So these shoes, as I have already told you, that noun and the common noun, they are basically they are similar. Okay, only one characteristic difference is there, that is anything which comes under collection. Okay, collective noun, sorry, anything which comes under collection, that is called a common noun. Okay. So you see next is number 3 is Paul win the race. So here also the name of a boy. Okay, Paul, it is identify, what do you identify through it? That it is the proper noun. So what you need to do is you have to circle it and the name of the this, what is in which thing did he win? He won in a race. Okay, so here you have to underline the race. So this way children, I hope this is very clear to you, right? And rest of the exercises which is there in your book, I'll just give you the solution of all this in a form of PDF, and what you need to do is that just open that PDF and write it down everything here in your book, but do not use pen in it. Okay, and just read out thoroughly whatever I have explained to you in the class, and as I used to generally tell you, while reading children, you need to try to relate, okay, whatever I have explained to you in the class. Okay, just try to relate it, but in case if there is any doubt or confusion, you can call me, contact me, okay, or you can just drop me a message. Okay, so if something is not clear, you can just ask me again. Okay, I'll explain the things again, and the exercises which has been given here, you can just try it out by yourself. Okay, it's not that compulsory that you will have to do everything. Alright, just try out yourself, and if something will be in confusion, okay, just leave it that way. I will give you the solution, and by looking at those solutions, you can just fill it up. Okay, so children, that's all for today, and with this we have completed this lesson 2 of your grammar section. Okay, so till then just keep studying. Okay, and try to fill up these exercises by yourself. Okay, and if you cannot, just leave it blank. I'll give you the solution. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you children.